Hello all. The previous session, inversion of four-bar chain, I am going to say about the topic is ratchet Pawl mechanism and Geneva mechanism. So this is one kind of inversion of four-bar chain. So in the previous session we have seen about the oscillating cylinder engine, pendulum pump and types of inversions of four-bar chain. Like this we have seen in detail. So this is the continuation of same inversion of four-bar chain, but instead we're going to say about ratchet Pawl and Geneva mechanism. So generally this is the ratchet and Pawl. Here you see the ratchet is an just like a cutting blade that you have seen the motor cutting blade, and here this is the Pawl. There is an intermittent motion. When the ratchet takes a rotation, it happens that there is an intermittent locks has been taken place. There are many different forms of ratchets and escapements which are used for locks, jacks and as well as the clockwork and other applications requiring some form of intermittent motion. So this is one kind of intermittent motion mechanism. So this application of ratchet Pawl mechanism, let us assume that we are using that for taking the water from the well, we are using this mechanism as an it's an ancient idea, it's an ancient people we have used before the electric motor has been launched here. Here it has been used as hoisting machines as a safety measure. So in this way, the ratchet Pawl is just like because of this rotary motion. So what happens when there is a rotation place, the water which has been pull it up, and also this intermittent motion, what happens slowly from point by point, it has been lifted from the well to the which reaches the maximum level of the person who going to lift it. So this Geneva mechanism, when we trying to design this component with the intermittent lock has been placed in between that. So here you just see there is a key slot has been taken place. Here due to this continuous rotation, what happened, this first slot which has been locked, and we again when there is a continuation takes place from 180 to another 270 degree, the second slot will be get locked and arrested its motion. So when the motion has been repeated itself, what happened, this key slots which has been slowly one by one it has been take a revolution. So because of that, this lock and the key effect which has been interlocking with to each other, and it transmit the intermittent motion, that is what it is called intermediate motion. Okay, because of this rotation of the disc, this disc is rotated in the opposite direction. At the same time, this key has been locked with the slot, and this slot which makes a movement from one point to another point. Here only this disc having a complete full of rotation, wherever this slot which having there is a intermittent motion. Hence the intermittent motion has been achieved with the help of these slots that we have seen in Geneva mechanism. Here I am just showing this animation video. There is how can we make this intermittent motion using some mechanisms and also by shapes. Here you just see in the first one on the left hand side, this animation shows a 6 position external Geneva drive in this operation. Here the 6th position, what is meant was, here this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth and as well as the 6th. Here what happened, when there is a rotation movement takes place in this green disc, this gear will make an arrangement in opposite direction of the rotation. So here this is the lock key shaft. So due to this rotation, this slot which has been gone locked in between this mechanism. So here this one is called it as a ratchet, and this one is what you call the Pawl mechanism. So due to the continuous rotation, when the red one starts rotating in clockwise direction, this key again has been interlocked and it has been released when there is a continuous motion takes place. Similarly, for 6 intermittent motion takes place within this mechanism itself. And here you just see there is a 4 slots that you have seen. Here on the top we having some rotating element with the key. So when the rotation of the blue disk has taken in anti-clockwise direction, this red key point which has been make a constant slot and delivers some intermittent motion. So that is what this lecture which has been clearly delivered about intermittent motion mechanism which has been achieved with the help of inversion of the 4-bar chain. So this is the final version of the diagram with the help of Creo which is created, and this is what we call the slot, and this is the pin to lock about the motion. So thank you so much for patience listening.